Hi everyone, and welcome back to Feature Highlights on PeepSo TV channel. I'm your host Sinisha, and in today's episode, I'm gonna show you how to set up the cron job either through cPanel that you probably already have with your hosting, or through the third-party service called EasyCron. But what exactly is a cron job? If you followed our previous videos, you will see me running the cron jobs manually, like copying the command from the cron job and then simply pasting it into the web address of my website. And when I press enter, this screen will show up, showing me all the background tasks that Cron did when being triggered. In a perfect world, you want these cron jobs to be triggered automatically, not manually. And this interface in control panel or online cron service will allow you to execute your cron jobs automatically. So let me show you how to set them up. Before we do that though, let's explain why cron jobs are important. By default, WordPress has a built-in cron job that runs every time someone opens the page, any page on your website. So when I open this members page, the cron job is triggered. When I open the profile, the cron job is triggered. So every time every user opens the page on your website, the cron job is triggered. And that is not really optimized for the big sites. It can probably work on smaller sites, but when you have, let's say, 50 or 100 concurrent users at the same time opening your pages, you don't really want that cron job to run every time. Now let's imagine the situation where you don't have 50 or 100 concurrent users and you only have few of them. So why do you even need external cron job? And the best example I can think of why you need them is actually community hashtags widgets. So if I try to create a hashtag here, for example, let's say PeepSo TV hashtag, and post it, now when I refresh the page, I will see that no hashtags are being added to the widget, no matter if I actually trigger in the cron job by visiting any other page. No hashtags are added. And that is simply because here in PeepSo configuration, then stream posts, we can see here that hashtags will be updated every 60 minutes. You can lower this down to 5 minutes, save the setting. Now the hashtag will probably appear because we changed the setting. No, it didn't. It still waits for 5 minutes to be passed before this hashtag is displayed here. However, if we run the cron job manually, so let's do it manually one more time by pasting the command into our web address, you will see that 5 posts have been processed with the hashtags, and coming back to the site, we see our new hashtag over here. But the maintenance cron is doing so many other things in the background. Let's come back to this screen one more time and see that the cron job is actually destroying sessions for banned users. So if you ban someone from your site right now, once the cron job is run, they will not be able to access your site anymore. Maintenance cron is also rebuilding followers, deleting the temporary videos, and so many other stuff that you can see here in this screen. So, regardless of how many users are currently online on your website, it is always a good idea to have external cron jobs set up. First of all, let's disable the automatic cron job that is running on every page load. To do that, go to your WordPress dashboard, then PeepSo configuration, look for Advanced tab, and scroll down until you find this cron job options. Enable all of these options and save the settings. What we just did is simply telling our website that do not use WP cron. When this option is enabled, use external cron job. So now all of our email queues, maintenance scripts, and GDPR experts will rely on external cron job. Now let's switch to the control panel. If you don't know how to access this interface, please contact your hosting provider and ask them to explain or give you the access to the control panel. You should really have it with your hosting, unless it's some kind of a specific hosting that does not offer control panel. Once you're in it, look for cron jobs and open that page. You can see a lot of information here, and you can read it if you want, but I'm here to explain how to set up your cron jobs effortlessly. Scroll down the page until you find these settings, these common settings, minute, hour, day, and most importantly, command. You can find the commands in our documentation here in peepso.com/documentation/cron. And if you remember, we said email queues, maintenance scripts, and GDPR experts will rely on external cron. So let's set the external cron for email queues. Go to documentation, find the mail queue, and copy the entire thing. It doesn't matter if you use wget or curl, both of them will most likely work. So let's go back to the control panel, copy this entire command, not just this part as you saw me earlier. So not just this, but entire command, copy, and paste it to the command field. What you need to do now is to actually change the domain name to your actual domain, and my domain is peepso.tv. So let's change that to peepso.tv, like this. And because this is the mail queue process, let's say I want to run this cron job maybe once an hour or 2 times an hour. Twice per hour will be just fine. I just select the option in the common setting, say twice per hour, and add a new cron job. And just like that, I added the cron job for my mail queues. There is an error here, however. So I need to edit this cron job and remove 1/ over here. If you're unsure, you can check it in the documentation, and there is only 1/. Let's save this cron job and create another one for maintenance scripts. So go back to documentation, find the maintenance cron command, copy the entire thing, go back to control panel, add a command, replace the domain name with your actual domain. And because this is the maintenance script, let's say I want to run it once per minute, or maybe better, once per 5 minutes. Add a new cron job, and just like that, I created another cron job for my maintenance scripts. And finally, for GDPR exports, again, go back to the documentation, find the GDPR queue, copy the entire thing, paste it into command, replace the domain, and say this is enough to run once per hour because this is the GDPR queue script and it's not used that often. So maybe you can even run it once per day or 2 times per day. Add a new cron job. And this is all we have to do in order for these 3 cron jobs to be set up. You can also do some advanced scheduling. For example, if you want to run your script or your cron job every 15 minutes, you don't really have that option here. So let's change this maintenance cron job to run every 15 minutes by simply changing this option over here, minute, to 15, and then edit the line. And as you can see here now, it's going to run every 15 minutes. Or for example, this GDPR export data event cron job will run on 0 and 12 hour. So let's edit that to run on 6th and 18th hour. It's still going to run twice a day, but only when the time on server hits 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening. And finally, if you don't have access to the control panel cron jobs, I will probably advise you to change your hosting provider, but you can also use a third-party cron service like EasyCron. You can simply start free by clicking on this icon and then adding an email and password to complete your account registration. So let's do that by clicking on this link, add your email and password, and save the settings. Now that we have our awesome, not real email account here on EasyCron, we can see that we have 60,000 remaining EPDs. And EPD simply stands for executions per day. So first of all, let's create a new cron job. And let's say we have an email digest that we want to send out, and we need a cron job for it. So we are going to copy just the domain and the string that is actually triggering the cron job on our domain. So without wget, get, and the rest of it, just this part, copy that, go to cron job, EasyCron website, and create a cron job. Let's identify this cron job with email digest so we can easily find it in the list. URL and time to call will be the one we found it in the documentation, but don't forget to actually change it to your domain. And let's say we are going to run this cron job once a day. Every day. And we can also choose the time zone if we want to change it to, let's say, 2 hours or some different value. Create a cron job, and now you see that our limit of EPDs have dropped down by 1 because we are going to run this cron job once a day. What if we need a different cron job, let's say for local video conversion, and we need to run that more often? So let's copy the URL to call, which is, as explained, only this part. Go to cron job website, create a cron job, identify it as cron job for video conversion. URL to call will be the one found in documentation, with the difference that we are going to change to our actual domain and say we are going to run this cron job every 15 minutes. Create a cron job, and you see that we now have 97 EPDs out of 60,000. If we change this cron job to run, say, every minute, now it's going to be run 1,440 times. So you need to be careful with the number of executions if you want to use only free account here on EasyCron. You can obviously get more for the price, but once again, you should really first consider a control panel and the built-in Cron on your own server. Turns out, setting up the cron job is not that difficult at all, while it improves the performance of your website. Okay, that is all I have for you today. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, smash that bell notification icon to be notified whenever new video comes out, follow us on social media, and until the next video, I wish you all the best and great success with your website. Bye!